said that made you laugh. There was just something about the way he said ordinary things. He had a little twinkle in his eye and a little...
Welcome to a journey through one of television's most cherished legends. If you're a fan of MASH or simply curious about the untold stories behind iconic shows, you've come to the right place. Ever wondered how this groundbreaking series came to be? Discover the fascinating origins of MASH, starting from its roots in Richard Hooker's compelling novel. We'll uncover how a powerful true story from the Korean War transformed into a television phenomenon that captivated audiences for over a decade. But that's not all. Did you know there are secrets the producers kept hidden from the public? Join us as we delve into the real-life experiences that inspired the show and reveal intriguing details that even die-hard fans might not know. From the real-life military unit that inspired the show to the creative decisions that shaped its unforgettable narrative, we'll take you behind the curtain and reveal what made MASH a timeless classic. Don't miss out on this exclusive look into the world of MASH. Hit that subscribe button and join us for an eye-opening adventure into the making of a television legend. MASH is widely celebrated as one of television's greatest shows, but there are intriguing secrets about its origins and production that the producers kept under wraps. The story of MASH actually began with a novel written by Richard Hooker, whose real name was Richard Hornberger. The show, which debuted in 1972 and ran for nearly 11 years, was adapted from this book, which was published in 1956. Even though the series concluded in 1983, its legacy endures as one of the most impactful and beloved TV dramas in history. MASH, an acronym for Mobile Army Surgical Hospital, is set against the backdrop of the Korean War and focuses on the lives of army surgeons working in a field hospital. While the series is fictional, it is deeply rooted in the real-life experiences of Richard Hornberger, who served as a surgeon during the Korean War. After his service, Hornberger decided to document his experiences, collaborating with co-author H. Richard Hornberger to create a memoir that would eventually inspire the novel and, subsequently, the television series. The pilot episode, directed by Gene Reynolds, brought a fresh and innovative approach to television, blending humor with poignant drama in a way that resonated deeply with audiences. The show's success led to an impressive run of 11 seasons and 255 episodes, showcasing the trials, triumphs, and camaraderie of the characters in the 4077th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. However, there's a fascinating detail that many fans might not know. Although the series drew from Hornberger's real-life experiences, the specific military unit he served in was kept somewhat ambiguous. Hornberger was actually part of the 8055th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital unit, but for the show, the producers chose to simplify this by naming the fictional unit the 4077th. This decision to halve the unit number was one of several choices made by the producers that remained unexplained, contributing to the intrigue surrounding the series' production history. Despite the creative liberties taken, the core of MASH remains a powerful reflection of the human condition, resonating with viewers even decades after its original run. Army actors and behind-the-scenes secrets. There's much more to the iconic cast of MASH than meets the eye. Alan Alda and Jamie Farr, two of the show's most beloved actors, had real military experience that lent authenticity to their roles. Alan Alda, who portrayed the quick-witted and compassionate doctor, Hawkeye Pierce, had a significant stint in the US Army, including 6 months of service in Korea. His first-hand experience in the region brought a depth to his portrayal that resonated with audiences. Jamie Farr, who played the humorous and resourceful Corporal Maxwell Klinger, was stationed in Japan during his military service. Farr's background added a layer of genuine experience to his character, making Klinger's role as a soldier in a foreign land even more convincing. Interestingly, Farr wore his own military dog tags while filming, a personal touch that further cemented the realism of his performance. These details were revealed much later in special interviews with the cast, adding new layers of appreciation for their performances. In addition to Alda and Farr, other cast members had military backgrounds as well. Wayne Rogers, who played Trapper John McIntyre, and Mike Farrell, who portrayed B.J. Honeycutt, both served in the Marine Corps, which undoubtedly contributed to their authentic portrayals of military life. The show's casting decisions were pivotal to its success. For example, McLean Stevenson originally auditioned for the role of Hawkeye Pierce. Imagine how different the series might have been if he had landed that role. Instead, Stevenson was persuaded to take on the role of Lieutenant Colonel Henry Blake, a decision that proved to be fortuitous. His portrayal of Blake brought a unique charm and depth to the character, which contributed significantly to the show's success. The influence of the cast, combined with the contributions of talented writers, helped transform MASH into a groundbreaking series that spawned 3 notable spin-offs. The first, Trapper John, MD, premiered on September 23, 1979, and ran until September 4, 1986. This series followed the character of Trapper John, now a more mellow and reflective physician, 28 years after his service at the 4077th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. The transition from the energetic young surgeon in MASH to a more subdued and experienced doctor added a new dimension to the character. The second spin-off, After MASH, aired from September 26, 1983 to May 31, 1985. This series picked up immediately after the end of the Korean War and featured several familiar faces, including Colonel Sherman Potter, Sergeant Maxwell Klinger, and Father Mulcahy. Although Aftermath had strong ties to its predecessor, it only lasted 2 seasons, struggling to capture the same magic as the original series. These additional details and spin-offs offer a fascinating glimpse into the extended universe of MASH, showcasing how real-life military experiences and casting decisions shaped the show's legacy and its continued impact on television history. The unseen spin-off and behind-the-scenes drama. Let's delve into a lesser-known facet of the MASH universe, the spin-off series, Walter. This proposed show was centered around the character of Corporal Radar O'Reilly, who, after returning from the Korean War, embarks on a new chapter of his life. The premise of Walter presented a significant shift from the Radar fans knew and loved. He had shed his nickname, moved from his home state of Iowa, and settled in St. Louis, Missouri, where he was trying his hand as a rookie police officer. The series aimed to explore Radar's struggles as he hit rock bottom, grappling with personal and professional challenges in his new environment. Unfortunately, the pilot episode of Walter was never picked up by the Columbia Broadcasting System, CBS, leaving viewers with just a glimpse of Radar's post-war journey and unresolved questions about his fate and the roles of other actors like Robert Klein. While Walter remains an intriguing what could have been, there are other compelling behind-the-scenes stories related to Ma Se-chi. One notable anecdote involves comedian Robert Klein, who was initially offered the role of Trapper John McIntyre but chose to turn it down. Rumor has it that Klein later regretted his decision and was asked about it in subsequent interviews. He firmly denied any regrets, but the speculation continued. Wayne Rogers ultimately took on the role of Trapper John, and his portrayal quickly became beloved by fans. Rogers' performance was so well received that he was signed on for 3 seasons. However, despite his success, Rogers was not entirely satisfied with the role. After 3 months, he decided to leave the show, even though he was warned that quitting could void his contract. In a twist, it was revealed that Rogers had never actually signed a contract when he began working on MASH. He walked away from the show without any legal entanglements, largely because he was unhappy with the moral clause in the contract. Although Rogers claimed he did not regret leaving the show, he did miss his friendship with Alan Alda, his co-star. Rogers' departure from MASH did not hinder his career. Instead, it opened new doors for him. He went on to find success in producing, writing, and directing in Hollywood. He even launched his own finance company and made appearances on various television programs like Cashing In, where he offered financial advice. Rogers wasn't the only actor whose career benefited from their role on MASH. The show served as a springboard for many. Director Ron Howard, for example, transitioned from acting in the series to becoming a prominent A-list director, with notable films such as Apollo 13. Other actors, including Leslie Nielsen, Blythe Danner, and Lawrence Fishburne, who famously played Morpheus in The Matrix, also leveraged their MASH connections to achieve remarkable success in their respective fields. These behind-the-scenes stories and career shifts highlight how MASH not only left an indelible mark on television, but also significantly influenced the careers of those involved, demonstrating the lasting impact of this iconic show. Hollywood stars and behind-the-scenes challenges. The legacy of MASH extends beyond its central cast to include notable guest stars and intriguing production challenges. One of the most memorable guest appearances came from Patrick Swayze, who was already gaining fame for his role in Dirty Dancing. Swayze portrayed a soldier battling both leukemia and severe injuries, delivering a performance that showcased his remarkable range and depth as an actor. Another guest star, John Ritter, appeared on Mars H before he became a household name with the classic sitcom Three's Company, which premiered in 1977. Ritter's role on the show highlighted his versatility and foreshadowed his future success in television. Harry Morgan, who played Colonel Sherman Potter, became a beloved figure on Must for his portrayal of a character who was both authoritative and compassionate. Morgan's exceptional acting earned him a well-deserved Emmy Award, and his talent did not go unnoticed by the producers, who sought him out for future roles. His portrayal of Potter remains one of the standout elements of the series, contributing significantly to its enduring appeal. When it comes to the adaptation of Richard Hooker's novel into a television show, it's intriguing to note that Hooker was initially not thrilled about the project. Despite the common enthusiasm among authors today about seeing their work adapted into TV or film, Hooker felt that the adaptation was diluting his book's essence. He was concerned that the show would not capture the book's true spirit and that the character of Hawkeye Pierce, based on himself, would be misrepresented. Hooker's reservations were based on his belief that the show's comedic elements might overshadow the serious undertones of his original work. Another notable behind-the-scenes issue was the debate over the use of a laugh track. Initially, the producers were adamant that MASH should not include a laugh track, as it would undermine the show's serious portrayal of wartime challenges. They felt that adding canned laughter would detract from the gravity of the show's subject matter. However, Columbia Broadcasting System, CBS, insisted on incorporating a laugh track for key moments to guide viewers on when to laugh, a common practice at the time to ensure audiences knew when a joke was intended. This decision sparked considerable resistance from the show's creators and actors, who felt it was inappropriate for a show dealing with the complexities of war. Despite the producers' and actors' protests, CBS's insistence on adding a laugh track led to a compromise. The laugh track was eventually integrated into the show, though its presence was reduced as the series progressed and gained popularity. Over time, the show's success allowed for greater creative freedom, and the laugh track became less intrusive, allowing the series to balance humor with its poignant and serious themes. These behind-the-scenes stories and the adaptation challenges underscore the complexities of bringing a beloved book to the screen and maintaining the integrity of its original vision. The evolution of MASH reflects both the struggles and triumphs of creating a series that has left an indelible mark on television history. The evolution of MASH, behind-the-scenes challenges and surprises. Over time, it became clear that audiences had come to appreciate the true essence of MASH as a comedy, which led to the removal of the laugh track from international broadcasts. This decision, however, was marred by a notable blunder. The British Broadcasting Corporation, BBC, inadvertently aired an episode that still included the laugh track. The reaction was overwhelmingly negative, with critics and viewers alike finding the laughter intrusive and jarring. One critic even labeled it as unbearable. This mishap confirmed the concerns of the show's directors and actors, validating their stance against the laugh track. In response to the backlash, CBS finally conceded and removed the laugh track from the show, preserving the show's original tone and allowing its poignant moments to resonate without distraction. Pilot episode secrets. Another intriguing behind-the-scenes detail involves the pilot episode of MASH, which was remarkably written in just 2 days. This swift writing process was kept under wraps, likely to avoid the perception that such a critical piece of television was produced in a remarkably short period. The pilot was crafted by Larry Gelbart, a seasoned screenwriter known for his work on musicals such as City of Angels, 1, 2, 3, and Sly Fox. Gelbart's rapid creation of the pilot and his subsequent payment of $25,000 underscored the high stakes and the rush involved in launching a show that would go on to become iconic. Klinger's surprising origin. An interesting fact about the character of Klinger is that he was originally intended to appear in just one episode. Klinger's character was initially introduced as a cross-dressing soldier with the aim of avoiding the war, reflecting the show's willingness to address unconventional and controversial topics. Despite this initial plan, Klinger's character, portrayed by Jamie Farr, proved so compelling that he was written into the series for a much longer run. His portrayal of a character trying to get out of the war by cross-dressing was both humorous and poignant, highlighting the show's ability to blend comedy with deeper social commentary. CBS's influence and censorship. CBS played a significant role in shaping MASH, often exercising considerable control over the show's content. This included decisions about which episodes to air based on their perceived patriotism. For example, there was an episode where a soldier deliberately exposed himself to the cold to become sick and avoid the war. CBS deemed this episode too unpatriotic to air, reflecting the network's desire to avoid content that might challenge the prevailing views of the Korean War, which was a highly contentious subject at the time. The network's censorship highlighted the tension between authentic storytelling and the desire to maintain a certain public image. Writer-actor tensions. Moreover, the show was not without its internal conflicts, particularly between the writers and actors. Regular complaints from actors about the scripts became a persistent issue, leading to significant frustration among the writing staff. In response to these ongoing grievances, the writers considered implementing measures to address the situation, reflecting the challenges of balancing creative vision with the demands of a large ensemble cast. These behind-the-scenes dynamics were a testament to the complex and often contentious nature of producing a show as influential and beloved as MASH. These stories illustrate the challenges faced during the production of MASH and highlight the complexities involved in creating a show that resonated deeply with audiences while navigating the pressures of network influence and creative disagreements. The challenges and surprises behind MASH. One notable challenge faced during the production of MASH involved a particularly demanding episode where the setting was supposed to depict extreme cold. To convey this, the actors were required to wear winter clothing. However, this presented a significant problem as the episodes were filmed during the peak of summer on the Malibu Ranch set, where temperatures soared between 90 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The intense heat combined with heavy winter attire made filming incredibly uncomfortable for the cast. This situation not only tested the actors' endurance, but also served as an implicit reminder of the writers' frustrations with the actors' frequent complaints and disagreements. The discomfort of wearing winter clothes in sweltering heat eventually led the actors to reconsider their approach, resulting in a noticeable decrease in on-set bickering and complaints. Communication breakdown. The communication dynamics on set were often fraught with difficulties, and this particular story is emblematic of broader issues. At times, the writing was perceived as weak, which created challenges for the actors trying to align with their characters' evolving arcs. For instance, the writers were notorious for their secrecy regarding major plot developments. A notable example of this was the fate of Colonel Henry Blake. The decision to kill off Blake was kept under wraps until the last moment, with only Alan Alda being informed ahead of time. This decision was strategically made to underscore the tragic consequences of war, using Blake's departure as a poignant commentary. However, this secrecy created significant turmoil among the cast and the audience. The shock and emotional impact of the episode, titled Abyssinia, Henry, elicited a flood of over 1,000 letters from upset fans who were deeply distressed by the abrupt and unexpected death of their beloved character. CBS, concerned about the negative backlash and its impact on viewership ratings, even went so far as to cut the final scene from reruns of the episode. This decision was an attempt to mitigate the impact on the show's ratings, though it remains a memorable and controversial moment in television history. Modern reruns, however, typically include the original ending, preserving the full dramatic impact of Blake's departure. Creative naming challenges. Another behind-the-scenes challenge involved the creative process of naming characters. The show's writing team, including notable writer Ken Levine, often faced the difficulty of coming up with unique and fitting names for the ever-expanding cast. As the series progressed and the number of characters grew, finding distinctive names became increasingly challenging. To address this, Levine and his colleagues began to draw inspiration from real names whenever possible, aiming to enhance the authenticity of the show. This approach reflected a broader commitment to realism and accuracy. Eventually, the task of creating unique names for every character became so cumbersome that the writers opted for simpler names for some of the nurses, simplifying the process while maintaining the show's grounded and realistic feel. This practical solution highlights the ongoing effort to balance creative demands with the practicalities of producing a long-running series. These insights into the production challenges and creative decisions behind MASH reveal the complexities and difficulties of crafting a beloved and enduring television series. From the discomfort of filming in summer heat while pretending it was winter, to the secrecy surrounding major plot twists and the struggle to find unique character names, these stories illustrate the behind-the-scenes efforts that contributed to the show's legacy, the hidden details and personal triumphs behind MASH. One intriguing aspect of MASH that often flies under the radar is the way the writers creatively drew on real-life references and military phonetic alphabets for naming their characters. This attention to detail added a unique layer of authenticity to the show. For instance, in Season 6, the 4 Marine patients featured in an episode were named after the infield players of the 1977 California Angels, a clever nod that linked the show to real-world sports. Similarly, patients introduced in Season 7 were named after the 1978 Los Angeles Dodgers, further embedding the show into contemporary cultural references. Even more personal touches were made, such as naming Levin's girlfriend in the episode Goodbye Radar, after Alan Alda's real-life former girlfriend, Paddy Haven. These naming choices, while perhaps unnoticed by many, added a layer of realism and connected the fictional world of MASH to the real world in a subtle yet meaningful way. The challenge of time discrepancy. Another fascinating aspect of MASH lies in its handling of time and aging. The series is set against the backdrop of the Korean War, which occurred from 1950 to 1953. However, the show aired from 1972 to 1983, meaning it ran significantly longer than the actual war. This extended timeline inevitably led to visible aging among the cast members, a detail that was initially a challenge for the production. Despite this, the aging process inadvertently added depth and authenticity to the characters. Many viewers and fans interpreted the actors' aging as a reflection of the intense stress and emotional toll of war, enhancing the show's portrayal of the hardships faced by military medical personnel. This time discrepancy, rather than detracting from the show's realism, contributed to its powerful depiction of the emotional and physical strains experienced by those serving in a conflict zone. Alan Alda's multifaceted talent. Alan Alda's contributions to MASH went far beyond his role as Hawkeye Pierce. His involvement in the show showcased a remarkable blend of acting, directing, and writing talents. Alda directed an impressive 31 episodes and wrote 13, all while maintaining his role as an actor in every episode. This multifaceted involvement earned him the unique distinction of being the first person to win an Emmy for writing, directing, and acting simultaneously, a testament to his exceptional skill and dedication. Despite the demands of his professional life, Alda remained deeply committed to his family. He would travel extensively every weekend from Los Angeles to New Jersey to be with his loved ones, illustrating his dedication not only to his career, but also to his family. This balancing act between his professional and personal life highlights Alda's remarkable work ethic and the deep affection he had for his family, further endearing him to fans and colleagues alike. Alan Alda's post-MASH success. Many skeptics believed that once MASH wrapped up, Alan Alda's star would dim, but Alda continued to defy expectations and establish a remarkable career in Hollywood. Far from fading into obscurity, Alda emerged as a prominent figure in television and film. His post-MASH career was marked by significant roles in acclaimed television series such as ER, where he played Dr. Benjamin Mark, a character that showcased his continued versatility and depth as an actor. He also made a memorable appearance in The West Wing, portraying Arnold Vinnick, a Republican presidential candidate whose character brought a compelling political edge to the series. Alda's talent extended to the big screen as well. He starred in Woody Allen's Manhattan Murder Mystery, a film celebrated for its sharp wit and engaging storyline. Throughout his distinguished career, Alda garnered numerous accolades, reflecting his exceptional contributions to the entertainment industry. He won 6 Emmy Awards, which underscored his prowess in acting and directing, and secured a Golden Globe for his performances, solidifying his place as one of Hollywood's most respected actors. Alda's enduring legacy and continued relevance in the industry make it clear that his name will remain a significant one in the annals of television and film history. the iconic Radar's bear. Speaking of memorable elements from Mage, Radar O'Reilly's stuffed bear holds a special place in the hearts of fans. Although the bear was never given an official name, it became an integral symbol of the show's charm and emotional depth. The bear, a constant companion to Radar, transcended its role as a mere prop, evolving into a beloved character in its own right. Its significance was so profound that after the series concluded, the bear was put up for auction in the summer of 2005. Initially, the bear was valued at $500, accompanied by an authenticity letter confirming its role in the show. The auction sparked considerable interest, with 19 bidders driving the final price up to over $14,000. This remarkable figure highlights not only the show's lasting popularity, but also the sentimental value that fans place on its memorabilia. The unprecedented popularity of the finale. The series finale of MAS-H, which aired on February 28, 1983, remains one of the most watched television episodes in American history. Titled Goodbye, Farewell and Amen, this epic finale spanned over 2 hours and captivated 77% of the American population at the time. The enormous viewership demonstrated the show's immense impact and its place in television history. In contrast, during the regular 30-minute episodes, companies paid around $30,000 for a 30-second commercial slot, reflecting the high viewership and advertising demand. However, the season finale commanded even higher stakes, with commercial rates soaring to $450,000. To put this into perspective, the Super Bowl of 1983, which saw the Washington Redskins clinch their first Super Bowl victory, was a major event in American sports history. Remarkably, more viewers tuned in for the MAS-H series finale than watched the Super Bowl that year, underscoring the unparalleled cultural impact of the show. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey through the fascinating world of MAS-H and its hidden secrets. Your support and enthusiasm are what keep these deep dives into TV history so rewarding. A special thanks to everyone who contributed their insights, memories, and feedback. It's your passion and curiosity that inspire us to explore these stories in detail. If you enjoyed this look behind the scenes and want to see more content like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated on our latest videos. We love hearing from you, so feel free to share your thoughts or suggest other shows and topics you'd like us to cover. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the amazing world of television history with us. Thanks again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.